Yes, good morning, students. Continuation with the previous class that is already started with the group communication. So in the last there where we have started with the discussion. Okay, what do you mean by the discussion? So that is the conversations held among the people face to face or over the phone. And then we have studied about the participants in a discussion carry out several functions. Okay, so here I have listed and already I have discussed these the things here. So just once again I wanted to uh, revise this. Okay, that is the introducing on self and others. Okay, so while initiating a discussion with the people we meet for the first time, so we would first introduce ourselves. Is it clear? And then ask others to introduce themselves. The next one is that leading and the directing the decisions here. Is it clear? So when you are leading and directing a decisions, we need to be very clear in our mind about what is the objective of the discussion. Is it clear? To decide what has to be done in a situation and to know how to do it. So there are some of the tips are there. So what you have to do is that when you are leading and directing the decisions, that is first you have to listen carefully of others, take a notes on other viewpoints. Do not allow anybody to waste time. Do not allow anybody to deviate from the main focus of the topic during the discussion here. This is a very important thing here. Okay, because time is a very important thing. So get your doubts clarified from the speaker. After waiving all opinions, decide which one to accept and then seek final consent from others on this viewpoint. Okay, so decide what is to be done in the particular situation, explain how to carry it out. Okay, so motivate and inspire members in achieving the objective of the discussion. So this is the things that is the tips for whenever you are going to leading and directing the discussions. Next one is that expressing about the opinions and the ideas are there. Okay, so you have to express your opinions and the ideas. Next one is that expressing the agreement and disagreement. Okay, so here also you are free to express your views, opinions, suggestions. Even you may agree on some of the point, you may disagree on that. Okay, so you should be free to express whether you are agreed or whether you are disagreed. Okay, so but it has to be represented in a very firm way. Is it clear? The next one is that decisions and intentions are there. Is it clear? So you may have a good intentions, but if our decisions are incorrect, our decisions may not yield fruitful results. Is it clear? When an intention is what we needed or plan to do, a decision is what we will be doing. Is it clear? So for instance, when we may intended to travel by air but decided to so only when our ticket is going to be confirmed. Okay, so you should have that the decisions and the intentions. In the already I told about it, intention is nothing but it is what we intended or plan to do is an intention. Okay, what do you mean by decision? Decision is that what we will be doing. Okay, now raising the questions. Oh, so you might have watched the discussions in that is the parliamentary sessions and all. So they are going to raise the questions here. Raising questions is essentially in the discussion and an inherent part of it. Is it clear? So the next one here it is that giving and receiving effective feedback. So some of the tips are there. Be specific rather than the general. Check the accuracy. Is it clear? So demonstrate your good intention. Describe what you feel about other ideas, then evaluating the persons who speak them. Choose the right time to give a feedback. Okay, so some of the guidelines are there whenever you are receiving the feedback. Okay, sometimes you may receive a negative feedback also, but you should be open minded while receiving your feedback. Is it clear? You should not become an anger. So display appropriate body language to show interest in receiving the feedback. If someone is giving a feedback to you, okay, so you display appropriate body language, that is to show the interest. Okay, you are interested in receiving a feedback from the others. Is it clear? Others should not uh, uh, okay, the others should not afraid to give the feedback. So if your views are criticized, is it clear? If your views are criticized and the flaws pointed out, accept the comments if they are true. Is it clear? So they are going to say that this is a very very important point. If your views are criticized by someone else, you accept it. You accept it. Is it clear? Then you analyze it. Suspend your judgment while listening to the feedback. Ask a questions, or for examples, if you need to clarification on any particular feedback, okay, you can also ask the other participants view on the feedback. Okay, appreciate the people who have provided the feedback. Now you have to appreciate the people who have provided the feedback. Is it clear? So this is the one. The next one is the discussing and delivering the negative news will be there. Is it clear? So that is the, here it is that some of the guidelines are there during the discussion session. That is know the attitude of the person with whom the difficult issue has to be discussed. Okay, know the message to be delivered and the ensuring result. Identify the right words or the language to be used during the discussion. Okay, do not point out mistakes personally. Okay, follow the LEAD, that is listen, explore, deliver a solution approach. So you have to follow the lead approach. What do you mean by lead? Lead is listen, explore, and deliver a solution. Manage your emotions. Avoid blaming others. Okay, give enough time for others to grasp your views. Do not allow persons' beliefs and values to interfere with your judgment. Be concise and timely. Be sincere in your decision. Okay, use empathy. Keep the lines of communication open even after the discussion. The last one is about the counseling. It's clear, at times the discussion may be held to counsel the people who requires advice on a matter, okay, or who have not responded to some advice. Is it clear? So briefly explained what are was expected from them. Okay, ask politely why they have not met the expectations. Give them an opportunity, explain the reasons behind their poor performance or for not following the advice. Listen patiently and with interest so that the person seeking counseling develop trust in you. Is it clear? After your advice, explain it with adequate examples to justify why it will work. Specify the future course of action and the date for the next discussion. The last one is a conclusion. Okay, while concluding a discussion, you have to thank everybody. You have to thank everybody for contributing a significant to the discussion goal. Is it clear? So inform if further discussions are required. Summarize the major points of the discussion. Okay, never conclude the discussion abruptly. Is it clear? While concluding difficult discussions, is it clear? Sometimes you have to convey the negative messages also after the end of that discussion. So remember not to exhibit authority or the power. Okay, be empathetic. Okay, so these are all the things here, that is the participants who are all involved in a discussion it out. These are the several functions they have to carry it out. Okay, the next one, here we are going for the group discussion. Is it clear? As I already told, there are several forms are there. So for your syllabus, you are having only two. One is the group discussion, another one is a meeting. Okay. So in a group discussion, okay, a particular number of the people, approximately 3 to 8 people, meet face to face. Okay, and through free oral interaction. Is it clear? Here is going to be say that that is 3 to 8 peoples are going to be meeting here face to face. Okay, through free oral interaction will be there. Okay, so in this what they are going to do is that they can develop the share and discuss their ideas through this group discussion. Group discussions are widely used in the many organizations for decision making and problem solving. So even the group discussions are widely used for evaluating several candidates simultaneously. So that is to select the personnel for positions of responsibility. If you are hiring some particular the person, okay, so at that time also what they are going to do, they are going to conduct this particular the group discussion for evaluating the candidates. Is it clear? So here they are going to there, that is especially in the service sector. Is it clear? Especially in the service sectors, that is in the government jobs, KS, IAS, IP, where they are going to conduct, that is they want to evaluate the candidates, they are going to conduct the group discussion for evaluation purposes. And not only in the service sector, group discussions are going to be conducted for evaluation. Even some of the companies are also going to conduct this group discussions whenever they are going to hire the students for uh, uh, the company, that is for as an they are going to hire the students as an employee for the company. At that time also they are going to conduct the group discussions. Already you people are familiar about this. Whenever in the college there is a lot of the campus drives are conducting, okay, the companies are conducting the interviews and all, okay, technical sessions and other sessions are also there. Along with that they are also going to conduct you the group discussion, okay. So this is also one of the thing that where they are evaluating the students. Is it clear? And even this group discussion is also done whenever some of the institutions wanted to select the students for the admission for higher studies and all, that is for the select students for admission to professional institutes. Is it clear? So this is another one purpose where the group discussions is conducted, okay. And next one is that group discussion may not be an elimination round, okay. You people think that if you are not performed well, it is an elimination round, okay. Every person who participate in the GD also get an opportunity to appear for the interview also, okay. When we discuss the issues as a group, we need to give importance to the characteristics of the group behavior, okay. So here is that that is the group orientation. Orderly you have to conduct that particular the group discussion, okay. So everyone has to get the chance of talking in this group discussion, and it should be a time sharing, okay. Involve everyone. So in the group conduction you have to respect everyone, you have to respect other viewpoints, okay. And cooperation is going to be required in this particular the group discussion, okay. So these are all the issues here that we have to give importance, that is the characters of this particular the group behavior. So what is the group orientation? Orderly you have to conduct, time sharing should be done, involving everyone, okay, respect others viewpoints, and cooperation. So all these keeping in a mind, okay, all these things keeping in a mind, we have to conduct the group discussion, okay. So the next one here we are going to see that some of the strategies that can be used to perform well in the group discussions. Is it clear? So what are these particulars, the strategies, some of the strategies that can be used to perform well in the group discussion? The first one is that speaking in a group discussion. Is it clear? What are the guidelines that would help one to speak effectively in a group discussion? This is the very important, because everyone who wanted to participate in the group discussion, he has to speak, he has to keep that is his opinions or his ideas in front of the members of that particular group. Is it clear? So what are the guidelines are there, how you have to speak effectively when you are a participant as in a group discussion? The first thing here it is that seize the first opportunity to speak if you have a good understanding of the topic of discussion, okay. If you are having a knowledge, if you are having a very good knowledge, okay, so you seize the first opportunity to speak. If listen patiently to the others and react to their viewpoints. So whenever you are speaking, you speak clearly, and it should be audible to everyone, okay, so that everyone hears and understands what you wanted to convey, okay, what you wanted to say, what is your message. Is it clear? So speak clearly and audibly, okay. Be concise in your expressions, do not repeat the ideas just for the sake of speaking something. Is it clear? Sometime it happens that the ideas, okay, the things whatever you have been saying, so you are going to repeat it. So don't repeat the ideas just for the sake of speaking something. Ask for a clarification if necessary. So before talking, if you need some clarification about the topic or the matter, the problem, okay, you can get it. Use the statistics and examples to justify the viewpoint. Is it clear? Whenever you wanted to talk, you use some statistical points, you use some values over there, you use some of the examples, that is to justify the viewpoint, because you need evidence. Is it clear? Whenever you have to talk, you need evidence. Simply you don't talk or simply you don't say anything. Is it clear? So you should have a proof what you are going to be talking, you should have evidence. So that's why use statistics and examples to justify the viewpoint. avoid talking to only one or two persons in the group, assumes an impersonal tone. Is it clear? Treat all members as fellow participants, raise your voice, okay, just enough to be heard, and speak out of a strong point in case of the fish market like situations in a GD. Sometimes there is a situation occurs that is like a fish market. Okay, so at that time, if you are having a strong point, you throw your strong point. Is it clear? You talk strong point. Okay, in case of a fish market like a situations in a GD. Okay, conclude objectively by briefly presenting the important points of the discussion. Okay, so some other the things are there which you have to note whenever you are a member of that group discussion. That is, ambiguity can be dispelled by properly defining the concepts. Is it clear? The language user must be accurate. Okay, and the next one is that connotative words should not be used with the causation. Is it clear? The connotative words, here it is that the connotative words should be used with a causation. Okay, so this is the note here which you wanted to give. The next one here, we are going to see that what is the another one strategy, discussing the problems and the solutions. Is it clear? What is the next one? Next one is the discussing the problems and the solutions. So in a discussion, what you have to do is that first you have to identify the problem. Okay, can sometimes be a little difficult. So identifying the problem itself is a that is a difficult task, because that problem you have to put it into the group discussion. The problem, because the problem may be related to the personal. Okay, the problem may be related to the social, either it may be related to the physical or mental aspect, or either it may be related to the any organization, either it may be that is related to the that is a technical side. In the if you consider any organization, so here the problem may be related to the technical side, either it may be the managerial, either it may be the business related. So that's why they are going to say that identifying the problem can sometimes be a little difficult. So problem must be discussed in detail so that each participant of the team understand clearly. Okay, so first define the problem. So defining a problem must help to understand what the problem is, what is the nature of the problem, which in turn is crucial to solving the problem, definitely which will help to solve the problem. Is it clear? So that's why they're going to say that define the problem. Okay, that problem must be understood to the everyone, what the problem is, what is the nature of the problem. Once the problem is identified, now you get that problem into the discussion. Is it clear? Once you have identified that particular problem, now you bring that problem into the discussion to get a solution for that problem. Okay, now first what you have to do is that what determine the root cause of the problem. Okay, once the root of the problem has been identified, then there may be the problem of multiple solutions. Choose the optimal solution which you want. Once you identified what is the root cause of the problem, you may have the number of the ideas. Is it clear? That is a multiple solutions. You may get a multiple solutions for that particular problem. Among that, choose which solution is optimal. Is it clear? The next one, third one here, we are going for that. That is creating the cordial and a cooperative atmosphere while conducting the group discussion. Is it clear? So by creating a friendly and a cooperative environment during a GD, we may be able to derive better solutions to our problems. Is it clear? So they are going to say that if you create a friendly and a cooperative environment, that everyone is free to talk here, everyone is cooperating, so definitely it will help you to derive the better solution or the optimal solution for your problems. Is it clear? So create more ideas as the members contribute are maximized. Okay, now the following strategies which will help us to understand how to create an atmosphere, a friendly atmosphere or a cooperative atmosphere in the GD. Okay, what are the strategies we have to follow here for creating such an atmosphere in a GD? Listen to others viewpoint with an open mind and an interest. You just hear, listen to others viewpoint. Is it clear? Whenever others are also going to be talking, okay, so you should not arguing, okay, you first understand in which viewpoint they are expressing their views, okay. Respect other ideas, try to understand the speaker perspective, develop the mutual trust among each other, avoid being too formal with others. Is it clear? So here some of the example they are given. Knowing the names of the others will help in addressing them with the first names. Is it clear? Rather than using Mr., Miss. Okay, you should not talk with that. So knowing the names of others, definitely it will help in addressing them with the first names. Okay, using that I, you, we, okay, and active voice rather than the impersonal, that is a passive voice. Okay, don't use that I. Okay, while arguing or talking, don't use the word you, we. Okay, so they are going to be say that active voice rather than an impersonal passive voice. Say for example, they're going to give the example Reena. Okay, this is the name of that the particular the candidate they have. Reena, I am unable to get your point. Is it clear? This is the way. This is the way how you can express, how you can talk. Is it clear? So this is the how you are going to create an friendly or the cooperative environment whenever you are going to conducting the GD. Okay. Next one, adopt a friendly attitude so that others put forth for their ideas freely. Use a body language effectively to convey interest. Avoid being friendly with only one or two participants in the group discussion. Be objective and unbiased in the discussion. Okay, so you should be honest during the discussion. Okay, allow others to speak, recognize the significant contribution done by the others, and you appreciate others in the group discussion. Okay, so the next one, fourth one here, it is that use a persuasive strategies. So here is the one of the example here they have given, that is the conversation done between the member 1, 2, 3 and 3. So you just see that example, the first one, the member 1 is going to say that that is this discussion is related to make the parking here. Is it clear? So here they are going to say that the member 1 is they say that I feel that increasing the parking space is not advisable. Okay, member 2 is going to ask, why do you feel so? Member 1 is going to reply, increasing the parking space is not beneficial to anybody. Hence, we need not go for increasing the parking space. That is the member 1 is going to reply. But member 3, I don't think so. He is going to say that I don't think so. Member 2 once again is going to reply in the group discussion. We have a lot of difficulty in parking. Okay, hence increasing the space will creating the beneficial. Okay, once again member 1 is going to reply, I still that there is no much benefit in increasing the parking space. So this is how the discussion has been done, which is related to increasing the parking space in between the member 1, 2 and the 3. Okay, this is one example of one particular the group discussion. Now here we find that the members of this discussion are not persuasive, and the discussion does not include any meaningful points here. Is it clear? The discussions which has been done here, they are not having any meaningful points. Okay, because the members are not courteous and they do not use any evidence to support their views. Is it clear? So the people are simply talking here. One is saying that parking is required, one is saying that parking is not really not necessary to increase. Is it clear? So this is the members are not courteous and they are not using any evidence to support their views. Okay, is it clear? So our ability to make others believe in what we say is important in the GD. So whenever you are going to be communicating, whenever we say something, so what we have to do, we should have some evidence, we should have some the things that the others should believe what we are saying. Okay, so the following tips may be helpful in this particular regard, that so whenever you are going to participate in the GD, what you do your homework. Okay, be knowledgeable about the topic of the discussion. Okay, next one is that while talking, show maturity while reacting to the others. Listen carefully and then react to the others. Always use evidence. Evidence may be in the form of statistics, examples, or either it may be in the form of testimonies to justify your views. Establish a mutual respect, win the confidence of others. So be considerate. So they are going to say that don't stick to your views if others give evidence against the views. So be willing to listen. Is it clear? So this is the fourth one here. Okay, so the next one here we will go for that, being polite and firm in the discussion. Is it clear? We need to be assertive, being polite. Okay, so that is being polite and firm. So we need to be assertive but not aggressive in a group discussion. See here, we need to be assertive, we need to be very polite, we need to be very firm, but you should not be aggressive in a group discussion. Is it clear? So by being a firm and a polite, okay, we satisfy these particular requirements. When we feel that a particular idea suggested by another member may not go well with the organization, in that situation also, okay, we need to express our views in a very firm way, in a very polite way. You know that the idea suggested by that a member may not go well with the organization. Okay, you should not be uh, you should not become more aggressive. Okay, so what you have to do is that you have to be express your views in a very firmly or a polite way. Okay, so here is a one of the example, that the example here they are going to say that that is, I understand that this idea may be liked by everybody. Okay, so see here, so first he is going to representing it the positive way. Okay, I understand that this idea may be liked by everybody. Is it clear? But I am afraid it will not get with our organizational environment. So see here how politely he has represented his views. He is going to say that the idea is liked by everyone. Is it clear? But he is going to say that the idea is not fit for our organizational environment. Okay, the idea is good, but it may fit for other organizational environment, but it is not fit for our organizational environment. Is it clear? So this is the way of representing your the views with very firmly and politely. Okay, next one is that turn taking strategies. Is it clear? So during the discussion, you have to take the turn. Okay, after the completion of one member in the group discussion, and the next another member has to take a turn for the discussion. Is it clear? So turn taking strategies are there. So here is some of the example they have given. While one is already in the discussion, is expressing his views. So you how you can interrupt. So you can say that, can I interrupt you? Is it clear? In a polite way, you can say that, okay, can I interrupt you? And next you can say that, would you mind me completing this idea? Okay, will you allow me to speak? Okay, there are some of the utterances you might have heard in a group discussion, because the members would not have used the turn taking strategies effectively. Okay, when you people are going to hear these type of the words during the group discussion, it is an indication that not properly or fairly everyone is allowed to talk. Is it clear? Someone has taken the session, someone has dominated over that particular session, only a few people are talking, others are not getting an opportunity to talk. So this is happen because you are not following a turn taking strategy. Is it clear? So a turn taking strategy effectively, it has to be implemented in a well managed group discussion. Members participating effectively takes a turns through uh, that is the spoken and non-verbal modes in a GD in order to express their views. So you people see that while discussion, group discussion, sometimes they may take the turns through spoken. Okay, I will talk. Or some non-verbal modes are also there. You can raise your hands and all. Okay, you can show that now you are ready to express your views. Okay, so in turn, the turn talking refers to a speaker giving a chance to others to comment on. Is it clear? So here it is the responsibility of the speaker to give a chance to others to comment on. You people have seen this in the parliament. There is a speaker will be there. Okay, a lot of people they wanted to talk about that. Everyone is asking the speakers to give a permissions to comment on the questions or to represent the views. So it is the responsibility of the speaker in that parliament, that effective management of the turn taking strategy, that everyone should get a chance to represent his views or to comment on any particular question. Is it clear? Or to raise the question during the discussion. Okay, so this process is repeated by the members of the group, and if it does not go smoothly, the discussion will not be useful. Okay, or end up with an unpleasant argument. If a turn taking strategies are not effectively managed, it is going to be end up with an unpleasant argument. So here the following three events occur in the turn taking. Okay, what are these three events? One is taking a turn, that is be ready to speak when one finishes is talking one's turn. Okay, so the speaker, you have seen that is in the parliament, after the completion of that the member, the member of that parliament, one member completes, then the speaker is going to say, okay, next turn is yours, now you can go for expressing your views, that is taking a turn. Holding the turn, you do not wish to give a turn to others to speak. Is it clear? So they may like to keep the turn to themselves only and continue further. So this is what you call it as a holding the turn. The next one here, it is that yielding the turn. When we give the cues to indicate that we are concluding our remarks and others can take up the discussion further, we are yielding the turns. What do you mean by yielding? Yielding is nothing but tending to give in. Okay, surrender or compromising. Okay, the next one is that effective intervention will be there. Okay, interventions or interference are necessary in a GD for reasons such as correcting an error, controlling unruly behavior. Okay, so adding some details or asking the questions for a clarifications and all. How you have to interrupt? You have to interrupt in a very firm way. Okay, say for example here, excuse me for interrupting you. Okay, may I interrupt? Let me correct the time frame. Okay, it is 2 months and not 1 month. Okay, I would like to say something, if I may. Okay, so in this way you can intervene. That is effective intervention methods. Last one is reaching a discussion. Most of the GDs are going to be end with the discussion, either final or interim only. Is it clear? So after thorough discussion, various points involved in the problem. Okay, so that is the last one here. It is that, okay, by analyzing the pros and cons, the group finally arrives at few solutions. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to go for ranking, prioritizing all these particular solutions for considering the feasibility or practicability in their organizational environment. Okay, the members will accept one solution, okay, according to the feasibility for their organization. Okay, so these are all the strategies here. Okay, so that can be used to perform well in a group discussion. So I'll stop it here. So in the next class we are going to continue with the different, that is a group discussion in a organization. Thank you very much.